And with Liverpool, we spoke previously about potential sponsorship with Adidas. That's now believed to be maybe worth more than £60 million a season. Do you think with bonuses potentially that figure could be increased quite significantly towards the figure that maybe Man United have?
Yeah, I would think it's at least at the level of United by the time you add in the actual sales commissions. I think that from what I can gather, we're lucky in that we have the United, the details of the United Adidas deal within the accounts because they have to disclose it. Liverpool don't have to disclose it, don't have to break it down. So it's slightly different, but we know that the United one is 90 million a year. I think it's structured in a different way. So I think there's more incentive on the Liverpool one, which means that if they sell more products, they get above and beyond the minimum guarantees that are in that contract. So I think there's a good chance that they'll earn at least what United are earning, the 90, possibly even above that. And it's interesting because I think Nike had a matching right in terms of the deal, and from what we can gather, chose not to match it, which suggests that it's quite an aggressive deal that Adidas have put in place. So I think it's going to be quite an important deal for Liverpool, probably add incremental, maybe 20-30 million pounds a year on top of what they're already getting from Nike for the duration of that contract. So it looks like it's going to be a very meaningful deal.
Another important deal for Liverpool on the pitch this time is with Virgil van Dijk. He admitted that talks are ongoing over a new contract with the club. Could Liverpool match any potential offers coming in from Saudi, for example, because he has been linked with Saudi clubs in the past? If there was to get offers from there, do you think that we could match it for the captain?
Well, Liverpool have got capacity, a lot of capacity from financial fair play and all of that stuff. All of those regimes, squad cost control, UEFA squad cost control, etc. Liverpool are well run in that respect, and have always kept quite a chunky amount of capacity in their operating model. It's just a choice, really, whether Liverpool want to spend that money. I mean, it seems strange the way that they've approached the new contracts of those three big players who are all out of contract at the end of the season: Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent. So I don't know. It's they can definitely afford it. I mean, clearly they won't be able to pay if Saudi want to make Van Dijk a figurehead signing and pay him, £1 million a week. Then clearly they won't want to match that. But for all normal commercial deals, they can afford they can afford Van Dijk, and I'd expect them to do a deal with him. But it is surprising the way that they've allowed three big players to go almost into the last 6 months of their contract. It is surprising.
Let's talk about Liverpool. Liverpool's new sponsorship deal with Adidas is to be worth more than £60 million. Are bonuses likely to even increase that figure substantially from there?
Yeah, I'd expect it to be performance related. Most of these big deals now are dependent on Champions League and how far you go in Champions League, because that exposure is worth a lot of money. And so, yes, I think it could go higher than that. Look, Liverpool have done very well. They're now putting themselves up there with some of the top kit deals in the world. So that the commercial team have done a great job. Billy Hogan, the CEO, has done a very good job as well. So overall, I think, yes, it's where Liverpool should be. They continue to attract big TV numbers. We know that they've got a big fan base around the world. So this makes sense for Adidas to be paying top dollar for this sort of deal.
And there are rumors that the new Adidas deal actually may help convince Trent Alexander-Arnold to stay at Liverpool. He is an Adidas athlete as well. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm sure it'll be all part of the financial package. But I think my own gut feeling is no, Trent has decided that Real Madrid is just a very appealing opportunity. I think to go overseas as a young player, he's seen the success that other young players have had. He's seen Jude Bellingham. He's seen, Steve McManaman, David Beckham. Many players have gone to Real Madrid and had a fantastic lifestyle, really enjoyed the experience. I personally sold Tommy Gravison from Everton to Real Madrid. And I'll never forget when I went down to see him, I said, well, Tommy, how's it going at Real Madrid? He says, Keith, it's fantastic. He says, 85% show business, 15% football. And so there's an appeal for young, talented players that Madrid is unique. And to have that on your CV as a player when you retire, it's hard to give up that sort of opportunity.